What's up, everybody? This is Julie here with another episode of My Favorite Episode. Our guest today is my very good friend, Kathleen. So, Kathleen, welcome.
Hi.
So excited to have you on.
This is just like when we did our True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle.
I had to be Ellen DeGeneres.
I was thinking about it last night, and then Ellen DeGeneres was in my dream.
Oh, it was a confession. Anyways,
okay.
So Kathleen picked the scariest episode
Spooky
ever
season.
because Kathleen is a serial killer and she wanted me to know that by picking this show. So Kathleen picked The Haunting of Hill House, Season 1, Episode 1.
Yeah, and just for clarification, that's not necessarily my favorite episode, but I refuse to let you just watch a random episode. That's against everything I stand for.
I probably still would have been scared.
Oh, it's all scary, but you would have been so confused.
Yeah,
And
that's what,
I want you to watch the rest, so.
I think I kind of have to, but I am scared.
Yeah, like we were talking about before, it's a lot of like the music is eerie, it's a lot of waiting, but there's probably like 8 good jumpy moments that just scare the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really scary. I actually I texted Kathleen as I was watching it because I was like, I wish that I was like videotaping myself. Like, you know how like people videotape themselves, like, because I was just like well, first of all, you know, on Netflix, like where you put where you click the episode but it doesn't play yet and it shows like a preview of the episode, like I was just like, oh fuck. Like,
me and Julia recorded ourselves watching Human Centipede in high school.
Oh my god.
There's like screenshots of that. I could send it to you after.
Brian did that with 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I should have done it with this episode because every like I was just talking to myself. Like Kenny was sleeping, I was watching alone, and I would just be like, oh my god, like fuck.
You should have watched it in the dark.
Scary.
You watch it in the morning. You watched it at 9 a.m.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like that. I told Matt that I was like, I'm gonna watch it on Sunday morning. And then my sister called me and she was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm watching this scary fucking show. I'm scared to death. And it's 9 o'clock. The sun is out. And I'm like scared to go get a drink in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's scary. There's supposedly like, this is my 3rd time rewatching it. And there's supposedly like hidden ghosts throughout the entire thing. And I spotted a few more, but not as many as I heard that there are. I heard there's a million in each episode. I mean, not really a million, but.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. So I guess we should find out why this is your favorite show.
Because it's fucking awesome. It's so good. I'm a scary movie buff. That's why it's so good. I would say it's the most well done horror series that I've seen. I liked the first 3 of American Horror Story. Me and my brother used to have a Reddit account specifically to write blogs about Scream, MTV Scream. Not even fucking real Scream, MTV Scream. I would say what our thing was called, but I don't want anyone to search our blogs.
Wait, you have to tell us.
No, I can't. I refuse. We fucking loved it, and then they canceled it, and I'm upset. They did 2 seasons, like a Halloween special, and then now VH1 did like a Scream that I'm like
actually convinced that Billy Loomis is your dad.
I know. Did you see I just met him at Monster Mania?
Yes, I saw.
Everyone was like, I don't get it. Who is that? I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, is that the guy from Riverdale? Yeah. And you're just like, fuck
Not even.
off.
Like I sent it to some of our friends and I was like, look, knowing that they watch Riverdale, knowing that they wouldn't know Scream, and I was like, are you guys fucking kidding me? You're ruining the moment for me.
I hate people, right?
I know.
Because like especially with Billy Loomis, you're just like, God, he's so fucking hot.
I was
Too
like,
bad he's a murderer.
There's a part in Scream where we're not even talking about Hill House anymore.
This happens. This is every time I have someone on, I talk about something else.
There's like in Scream, obviously when they get the calls, it's not actually Skeet talking. I think it's just like a voice actor, but he's like, listen to me, you little bitch. Like he says like that. And my brother always does it.
Kathleen's like, oh, talk dirty to me.
No, but I literally was like, Jimmy, like do that impression you do of Skeet. And he's like, no.
Oh, he got embarrassed. You're the worst.
No, he's just like not gonna do that. He was like, it's not even his line. Like, okay,
yeah, true,
it's just funny. Or else I'll get nervous and like choke. Like when I met Allie and AJ, it was like the worst thing in my life. I was like so nervous.
I haven't met anyone. What the fuck? Chad Michael Murray slid through my DMs on Twitter once.
Wait, what did he say?
Much love to you, Julie.
Randomly, or did you say something first?
I tweeted at him.
Oh.
And I said, I love you. And
he
then
found you.
And then he DM'd me, and then I couldn't respond. It was like he DM'd me and then blocked me.
Much love to you.
He thought I was like Stan
He's on
from the
Riverdale.
Eminem music video. What?
Do you watch Riverdale?
I do, but I'm really behind, and I really gotta get back to this.
Okay. And we're talking about Hill House.
Hill House. So the first thing that caught my attention, besides being scary as shit, so the one girl's name is Nell.
Yeah, she's the
but
best.
it's spelled like Neil.
No, it's not. Do you watch with closed captioning?
First of all, I'm not 80, so no.
Everybody should watch with closed captioning.
It looks like on the phone.
Miss a word.
Is it 2 L's?
It's Nellie, Nelly, or Nell, Nell.
Oh.
What did you...
On the phone, I thought it was Neil. So I'm like, have I been saying the name Neil wrong my whole life?
No, it's Nell, but she's the best character.
Yeah. So
Justice for Nell.
Yeah.
She got fucked the hardest, besides Luke. Her and Luke both.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know
adult
anything.
Luke is kind of hot.
Oh, super hot.
Yeah.
They like clean him up later, and you're like, whoa, he's like actually.
No, even
so
when he
good.
was like robbing his brother, I was like,
dude, I know.
Hello, Luke.
The thing about
what kind of drugs do you do?
The thing about the first episode. I can get over that.
I can get on board with a little cocaine and heroin.
Yeah. The thing about the first episode is that you're kind of watching it out of context. So like you're getting this and you're not really knowing what's happening or going on, and but the first episode is kind of setting you meet the adults, you meet the kids. Yeah. And you see how they like.
Yeah, I was telling Matt at first I was getting confused how many siblings there were. Yeah. Because like you only get like a brief introduction of each one in the beginning, and then it's like we're adults.
The best part is the kids, because the adult characters are so flawed and almost like unlikable sometimes, but then you flash them to the kids and they're so fucking cute. Yeah. These kids are so goddamn cute. How about Luke in the treehouse is probably like the cutest part of the first episode. Yeah. There's other parts where Luke and Nell are just like hanging out and talking, and you're just like, these kids, first of all, geniuses. They're like 5-year-old actors. Yeah. They're amazing.
Yeah. I actually really like little Nell. I feel so bad for her.
I know.
She has a really fucked up life.
The bent neck lady is the best bad thing name in the entire world. Like the best ghost name. Just like such a little kid thing to just be like, it's literally a bent neck lady, so I'm calling her the bent neck lady. Yeah. Like, it's not clever. It's not anything. It's
Which she is scary as shit.
Dude, I know.
That was one of the scenes where I was looking behind, like, through my fingers.
Which one? I feel like there's like 3 bent neck lady reveals in the first. Maybe 2.
So that's what I was getting confused about, because in the beginning scene where she's like in the bedroom, she looks different, and when she's on the couch, she looks like she's the fucking girl from The Grudge, and I'm like,
yeah, that's just because the hair is she's like floating
scary.
Above her. So fucking scary.
I would die.
I think the one in the back is probably scarier when it's just coming closer.
I loved when the mom, this is such like a weird detail that I picked up on, but the mom's like sitting with her on the couch and she's wearing a robe, and then she's wearing like wedges.
Is she? The mom is gorgeous.
I'm like,
I think the mom is one of the most.
Are
like,
you going somewhere? Where are you going?
She's like so bizarre in the entire series.
Yeah, I actually want to watch because I want to know what the fuck happened to her.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, like I'm like, what happened to the mom?
The reveals, like the whole series.
Is that like a plot twist? Is that
every single thing is a plot twist? You get the backstory to everything, and it builds all the way up to the night where like the dad grabs Stevie and runs out into the car, and all the kids are freaking out. Like everything leads up to that night, but you get like them as adults talking through it, and like half of them are skeptics, and the other half are just fucking haunted, and no one will believe them. It's so good. It's so good.
So, what is behind the red door?
I refuse to tell you that. That's like the big thing.
It's cute that Nell thought it was a fucking pony.
I know.
It's like you have a ghost haunting you, and then
like,
you think behind a red door there's a pony.
She's like, it could be.
It could be a cotton candy machine. Yeah. Like, oh, really?
That's the best. Like, the thing about Nell is, like, she pronounces she's like, a cotton candy machine.
She's actually a really cute kid.
Oh, God.
She
looks like a little Miley Cyrus.
This shows how, like, out of shape I am. The one scene where the girl's running up the steps. I'm like, how has she not stopped halfway to take a breath? Does
she have any lines afterwards? She's like, wait.
Yeah.
Give me a sec, please.
It makes me think of that family fun center place that had the slides. You remember?
Betty's?
No. It was like on 95. It had the slides, remember?
Oh, that's still there.
No,
I mean, like
not.
the ghost of it is still there. Like there's like maybe like
the haunting of the slides.
Yeah, the haunting of
on 95. I used to get like halfway up there. Well, first of all, you'd be like running up the steps dodging band-aids, and then
oh my god, that's literally petrifying. I hate that.
And then I'd be like gasping for air. I was like the fat friend, like, just go.
Just leave me. Go without me. It's not worth it.
That's how I felt about her. And she's like running in circles. Like,
who? What are we talking about?
It is.
What scene? Explain it a little.
Shirley?
Yeah.
Shirley's a sister.
Oh, wait. Did you see that she's Fugtown Ava from Grey's Anatomy?
Wait, so I wanted to talk about that, but then I was having a conversation in my head, like, do not bring up another show. So I didn't say anything.
Oh, we've already brought up 10. I might as well just keep. Grey's was going to be my other choice. But
which you'll have to come back for that.
If you had to pick your absolute favorite show, I would have picked The Magicians. Do you watch The Magicians? Oh,
no.
Damn,
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, you can cut that out.
No, leave it. Leave it.
I get paid by Sci-Fi. The Magicians, Wednesdays at 9.
#ad.
Pay us.
Producer Matt just said that a lot of people say that this show is like This Is Us, but with ghosts.
It's perfect. Because you see, like, okay, this isn't a spoiler, obviously. This is the first episode. You see that Nell dies in the beginning.
Yeah.
At the very end of episode 1, you get the reveal that Nell dies. So that's she's
right, and I totally called that. Which, like, I mean, I'm sure everyone else did, but I thought I was.
What do you mean?
Like, when he walked in and he's like, "No, what the fuck? Like, you just let my hot brother rob me," and then she's just like standing there, like, and I'm just like, "Oh, she's dead."
I think it's kind of confusing that like that half of them are in Boston and half of them are in LA. Because I think the first time I watched, I didn't spoil that because I was confused that they weren't like in the same places.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I did pick up on that.
Oh, okay.
Shockingly.
Sorry.
Shockingly. Even without closed captions, I picked up on that one.
Guess I'll
die. But I was confused about who the dad was. Like when the dad's, I don't want to say when the dad's an adult, so I guess I'll say when the dad's old.
Okay, well, yeah, that's one of my
I thought it was Luke. I was like, who is that?
They never recast old people. Like, I get it that you recast the kids to adults. That makes sense. But they never, why didn't they just make the young dad old looking? They paid an entire new actor instead of just like paying an extra $10 for makeup. That's crazy.
I know, that actually is really weird.
They never do that.
Yeah.
Never. That's like one of my biggest things. I bring it up every time someone talks about this.
Well, because you're like, who the fuck is that?
Honestly, I think the older dad's a better actor than the younger dad. The younger dad's like super quirky, and sometimes I'm like, that was weird, like his delivery of some of the lines. But I think the older dad, I don't know that he could have handled the older dad scenes. They're way more dramatic.
Yeah,
dude, I wish we could talk about the whole show. It's
I mean, you can.
No, I refuse.
Well. You're never coming on the show again.
For the thousands of listeners.
Cut it. We're done.
For the thousands of listeners who hasn't seen the show, this is exactly why I didn't pick like episode 7 or episode 6. But I will say, producer Matt and I talked about how the funeral home episode is so good. They shot it in 5 takes. So everyone finally comes together in the same place for Nell's funeral. So it's adults, and then there's the kids, and there's a big storm flashbacks. But they only took 5 takes for the entire hour episode. Which is she
awesome. Dies in the house. She goes back, right? Because you see her stare. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, it is so fucked.
Yeah, like, oh God,
it's so fucked.
I mean, I say this on. I think I actually have said this on every single episode we've recorded so far, that I am afraid of my own shadow, but it's just
me too.
It's so factual. But we watch American Horror Story too, because Kenny loves horror. So I'm just like, oh yeah,
all of them. You've seen them all.
We've seen.
So I watched
the witch season. I think that's
Coven
season 3.
Yeah,
and then everything after that. Or
dude,
yeah.
Murder House and Asylum are 2 of the best seasons.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. My mom was weirdly into season 1.
Why is that weird?
I don't know.
You've never seen it. Why do you think it's weird?
I don't know. Because
explain.
I just feel like she shouldn't be into American Horror Story, but she also loved Sons of Anarchy.
So. Same. I was Jax for Halloween.
I know.
Senior year.
I think that's amazing. Actually,
thank you for saying it.
That was so great. Thank you for saying that. You're welcome.
All right. What do you got for me?
What else do I got? I'm just reading my notes here.
Do we have any cool segments on the show? We could do a segment where I sing the theme song.
We can add that.
You can add it to each one. Except this one doesn't have any words.
I'm a big, it's just spooky.
It's ooh,
oh God, here she goes.
If you mix that in post, it'll sound just like it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Just mash them on top
I
of each
love theme songs. I think that they make shows, but this one I couldn't sing along with,
Yeah. I've been listening. I've been watching Psych, re-binging. I almost picked Psych because I've never seen it before, but I'm on season 6 now.
You've almost picked a lot of shows.
I almost picked every show in the entire world. I mean, you brought this template to me, like, oh, favorite episode, and my brain exploded. Yeah. I was like, no, I can't.
Because you're actually the only person I know of like my friends that still use Twitter. So like,
yeah, I am big on Twitter at Kay Spengler.
Follow her. Not an ad, just do it. I always no, you should.
Do you know me and Kevin have a review Twitter?
I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay. You don't seem that interested in it.
No, because I don't really go on Twitter anymore.
Okay, well,
but the only time I do is when I get a notification that you tweeted. For some reason, it notifies me when you tweet.
I love that. That's
and
excellent.
It's always like a TV review.
I know, but it's always like Grey's Anatomy.
No, it's like
I tweet about the magicians all the time. No one will catch on. Just like this show was a hard sell to people. Like this show was gigantic when it came out. It was a Netflix original. It was big, but people who like scary things watched it. People who don't like scary things like you do not watch it. It's so frustrating, and I can't talk them into watching it.
Yeah. I actually I mean, I might watch it because I want to know what happens to the mom, and it's pissing me off that you're not telling me. So I think I'm going to watch it.
Nobody wants to. I am both inarticulate and scatterbrained. No one wants to hear me try to explain what happened in the show. It's too complex. I don't know why I chose this show. Yeah. I'm like so fucking stupid.
I know, but it's okay. Is it still on, or is it like, are you waiting for another season?
So it's an anthology series, so it'll be, the next one is Haunting of Bly Manor, so it'll be a lot of the same cast. And then just different characters and different house, I guess.
So it's similar to like how American Horror Story is.
Sure. Yeah.
I screamed like bloody murder when the dad was laying in the bed, and like the hand rubs across his face, and I'm just like, oh, that's cute. They made it.
Snug in. They made it.
Like they're still together. That's great. And then all of a sudden, it's just like an ugly monster.
Wait, is it an ugly monster?
Yeah, it's like a ghost. And then he wakes up. It's like a dream.
I thought it was nothing.
No, it's a dream.
Okay, I'm thinking of Theo. Later, Theo, there's a scene, young Theo, which you only meet for like 2 seconds. She's the one who comes
out of the bedroom, and then he says, like, "Go back." Yeah.
She's laying in bed like on her side, and then Nell comes up behind her, and like an arm comes and grabs her hand.
I thought that was the dad.
What are you talking about? This is not in episode 1.
I'm
like,
that was
but that's what I'm
the
thinking
dad.
of. And then she turns around and no one's there. But Theo, like, I don't think they touch on it. Theo's one of my favorite characters, and she has like powers kind of with her hands, which is like kind of a spoiler, but whatever.
So Nell was haunted by a ghost her whole life, and then she decides to fucking haunt her siblings.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Because you just why?
I said when she's young.
Oh, when she's young?
When Theo's young, she's like laying on her side.
Yeah.
And she feels someone get behind her in bed, and she thinks it's Nell. So she's like, no, Nell, blah, blah, blah. And then Nell goes around and grabs her hand, and Theo's like, grabbing my hand too tight. And then she turns around and no one's there. It's when they're young.
So oh my God, I'm so fucking confused right now.
Well, this is why I didn't have you watch episode 6.
So Nell has been dead since she's a child?
No.
So what do you mean when they're kids?
She just thought it was Nell.
Oh.
Because someone...
Well, you keep saying, and then Nell grabbed her hand. So I'm like, what?
Sorry. She thinks it's Nell. So she's like, but it's really Nell, stop, you grabbed my hand too tight. Blah, blah,
dude, that's
because no one else would crawl into bed with her, I don't think. So she just assumed it was Nell. Ghosties.
Yeah, spooky.
Spooktown.
Spooky.
Spooky season. I love it.
I know. We're drinking pumpkin beer.
It's 80 degrees on a Sunday morning.
Cheers.
Sponsored by Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale.
Oh my God, ad. Fucking copyright. Bleep that out. Just kidding.
No, this is free. They wouldn't hurt us for that.
I know. Maybe they'd sponsor us.
It's so good. But I will say, this is more for the Haunting of Hill House people. You won't really have much to say. My favorite part, the first time I watched it, second time, third time, there's an episode called Witness Marks, which is 8, I think, and it's at the end, and Steve's like a big skeptic, and they're driving back to the house with the dad, and it's like, I'm not going to go into it, but that's my favorite scene. And then it cuts to Theo and Shirley driving to the house, and like a big scare happens in that. That like 20-minute scene is like the best scene in the entire series for me. It's so fucking good. Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, it is one. You're just not expecting it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I should really watch it. So I'm sorry. Is there one season right now, or is there 2? There's 2. Okay, there's only one out. Okay.
The next one's 2020.
I was scared when Steven. I'm just gonna. This episode's just about all the times I was scared.
I was scared when.
I was scared
this
when.
This podcast is now called I Was Scared When.
Yes, when the dad and Steven are in the bedroom and he like locks the door and the doorknob's just like turning.
Oh God.
And I'm just like, who is that? Who is there?
So that's the best part about the show is you're seeing this. And then you get to see the other side. Like, you get the entire story. You don't just, like, there's no missing pieces by the end of it. You see the other half. Like, there's a scene where Shirley's doing something, and then Theo's light jumps on. And then every episode is, like, a point of view episode. You get, like, a character episode. So then you get why Theo's light turns on. You know what I mean? It's like the entire series is so well done. It's completely out of order. I have no idea how writers write these type of shows. They're fucking so
that's
smart.
Crazy. Yeah, I do kind of want to watch. I do want to watch it, but I'm scared.
Just watch it.
Watch
it in the mornings.
9 a.m. Sunday and Saturday and Sunday with my coffee.
And it's best at night in the dark.
I'm sure
just
you
watch
think
it.
that.
Why wouldn't Kenny watch it with you?
No, he probably would.
He would like it.
Would,
it's so smart. It's such a smart show.
He's such a critic. I don't know like who the fuck he thinks he is. So 303, they all wake up in episode 1.
Love that.
And then she's
so
like,
good.
Nell's in the red room.
Love that. Nell's in the red room.
How does she know?
Well, okay. So remember when Shirley is asleep and she's like, pandas don't eat macaroni or something.
Fun
really
fact. I never knew that.
Do not try and feed a panda macaroni. Do not. But no, she's like, I don't really, honestly, if producer Matt wants to jump in, I don't really understand Shirley's
Dream.
Anything. Like, it seems as if, like, people like, each one of them kind of has some sort of, like, power or, like, intuition.
Yeah.
Shirley and Steve are easily my 2 least favorite characters. They're so, like, self-righteous and it's bad. But wait, I don't know if you didn't get this, which I was hoping it would be in episode 1. Shirley's backstory when she's an adult, she gets like flashes, like the ghost she sees or like the hallucination is James Lafferty, like One Tree Hill James Lafferty. And he just cheers her like once every other episode. She looks and it's obviously like a guilt thing, but he like cheers her and I'm like, Julie will love that.
Oh my
but I
God,
don't that you didn't see that, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So
trust me, I probably would have been less scared.
And then you get
if James Lafferty died and haunted me, I'd be so happy.
Sexy.
I know.
So hot. We should have done a One Tree Hill episode.
We should have James Lafferty on the show.
Yeah. What the fuck am I doing on the show? Why is James Lafferty not on the show?
Chad slid through my DM, so we're basically dating. If you ever want to join, if you ever want to get on the show, let me know. I'm not on Twitter anymore, so just slide through my Instagram
how do you know?
DMs.
Oh, okay. So you're not on Twitter.
I am on Twitter.
App.
Yeah.
So that's why you get the notifications that I at K Spengler.
Again. She's promoting
Plug myself.
herself. She's using me to get more followers.
Shameless plug. There's 3 things she says.
I'm glad you're repeating it because I
Yeah.
didn't follow.
So what producer Matt said was about the pandas and macaroni is she says dancing in the red room, and then she says pandas something, and then she says pandas don't eat macaroni. And one of those is true, obviously not the macaroni one. So it's like a foreshadowing type thing.
We don't know if that's not true.
You're so right.
We should go find a panda and feed it Velveeta and see how it responds.
Dude, everybody eats macaroni.
Everyone eats Velveeta.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah, that's. I think I'm gonna go feed a panda later. Some mac and cheese.
Good.
I would never say no. One of my notes is what happened to the mom. Was she always crazy or did she get possessed? And I'm not even gonna ask that because I know Kathleen's gonna be like, oh, you
okay. So my thing is, you see these kids get haunted when they're a kid. So we believe it. As viewers, we believe it. But Stevie, which is one of my favorite parts in Witness Mark, Stevie becomes less of a skeptic because of it. But like Stevie and Shirley never really saw anything. So of course that they're going to say it's mental illness. Like obviously mom was so very sick. Dad fucked up this whole thing. Like later you see they all resent the dad because he like, obviously they shoved them all in the car and they're like, well, where's mom? What's mom doing? And he's just like, so fucking freaked out. He's driving to the hotel.
Stevie sees something in the window. Is that supposed to be his mom, or is that?
Yeah, so in the end, Luke's saying like I saw Abigail in the window, and then he's saying looks like he sees the mom in the window. It's like all you got. It all adds up.
Who is Abigail?
Well, that's why you don't know yet.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
So I'll just say it because you kind of see it, you know, when Luke's like drawing and he says,
"Oh,
like,
the
that's
girl
my
in the
friend
woods."
Yeah, that's Abigail. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Little kids and their creepy ass pictures.
I know. I love that though.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
knew.
good.
I knew when I saw him. I mean, I keep saying things that are like obvious to everyone, and I'm like, I knew it.
I don't know because I feel like you're guessing this entire show.
I am. I didn't even watch it. I just I just read a wiki page of what happens in episode 1. I knew he was gonna be drawing some scary ass shit. Like,
yeah, it's like less scary than other shows.
Little kids
I've
are
seen.
so creepy.
Yeah, they really are. They draw what they see, baby. They're making it up.
Oh my god. I'm just thinking about like when I have kids, if my child was like, Mom, the crooked what's her name?
Bent neck lady.
The crooked.
The crooked lady.
The crooked lady. The bent
leg lady.
I think that would be anyone, right? All of our knees.
Yeah. It's not scary that her legs bend.
Name?
The bent neck lady.
Yes, she is in my room. I'd be like, oh, we're fucking out of here.
Oh,
I would not be like, oh, peekaboo under the bed. No one's there.
As someone who has like bad night terrors and I sleepwalk, I understand that it's not real. But imagine being like a 5-year-old and being like, no, it's there. It's literally right there, and no one will believe them. It sucks, but. Oh, no. Never mind. I thought I didn't finish my thing about mental illness before, but I was going to say, because the first time I watched it, I'm like, these people are so annoying. Why won't they believe their siblings? Like, they saw what they saw. But in the Witness Mark episode, I think it's so smart. Like, I'm just going to fucking say it. I don't care. Stevie writes a book, which you know about. And he writes, like, the most insignificant detail. He's like, the clockmaker. I walked past the clockmaker to get to whatever, and the dad gives this whole speech about like that clock hasn't been touched since the 60s. If I had someone like touch it, like witness marks or something on a clock that's like scars or whatever it is, like you can tell if somebody touched this clock. So he's like, I never hired anyone to touch this clock. Like you saw a ghost. Like that's not. And like it like knocked him into like, oh shit, like fuck. I did see a ghost. Because his whole thing is he didn't see a ghost. He's never seen anything. I think he says like in Alcatraz, I saw something in the first. I don't know. Fucking Steve. He's hot though. Yeah. He's hot. He's hot? He's Khaleesi's boy. What? In Game of Thrones? You watch Game of Thrones? Yeah. He's Khaleesi's. He's the recast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It used to be the long blonde hair guy, and then.
Oh shit! I mean,
which made me like him more. But okay, so I think that I'm truly biased against the actress who plays Ava in Grey's Anatomy because I was like, ugh. She was just in a Manhunt Unabomber series I just watched, and I was like, oh my god, please. Yeah. She's the worst character in Grey's Anatomy in all 15 seasons.
I know she's a fucking fraud.
Big ass fraud.
Yeah, and so
he's like, what's going on?
Yeah. He's like, back to the show, ladies. Back to the show. Producer Matt's about to just end this and not even post it. Yeah.
There's nothing worth.
He's like, let's try again when you actually talk about the show that you watched.
There's nothing salvageable here. Well, okay, I don't want to. Let's talk about stuff you actually saw because I just re-binged this week, so I'm like, my brain is going a million miles per hour.
I don't know how to break this to you, but I said I watched through my fingers. So.
Okay, let me try and think. Okay, so you get the bent neck lady reveal. I
mean,
honestly,
not really.
She says the bent neck. No. You get the reveal that that's a thing.
Oh yeah,
that
exists. Yeah.
Then it cuts to Steve, with the lady with the ceiling
and the ghosts that live there are the Hills. The Hill family?
Sure.
That's what they want us to think at least?
Yes.
Because of that creepy ass lady that's like doing the fucking dishes or whatever. They have like so what's their deal? What's that family's deal?
Oh, the Dudleys? Yeah. Love that.
Because that was the guy that found the key, right? And he gave it to Shirley.
I love that. It's so cute. I love those kids. Oh my God. Yeah, so the Dudleys live on the edge of the property, and then the dad has the speech later on about how they used to work day and night, like the mom who's in Pretty Little Liars. I don't know if you she was like the therapist in Pretty Little Liars.
Oh,
Mrs. Dudley.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Mrs. Dudley like worked day and night for the Hills, like when she was younger, and like she was getting scatterbrained, and like he could see symptoms of her like losing her fucking mind. So they never went after dark. They live on the edge of the property. Like it's like this whole speech about how it kind of like fucked her up. Like spending time in this house will fuck you up, basically.
And shit only happens at night.
Yeah, but I don't know that that's true. Like there's a scene later where Luke and Nellie are playing with buttons in this stupid little thing, and like the kids get scared all the time during the day, I think still too. But during the night is when like actual.
Is this based on a true story?
No, God no. I fucking hope not.
I don't know.
It's awful.
I mean, usually that like isn't like The Conjuring and shit based off of a true story?
It's based on a book from the 70s.
Oh, it's a real book. Oh.
But the book is a fictional book.
Oh.
Yeah, Stephen King.
It's not real. It's like, I'm just kidding.
The Stephen King novels aren't real.
What? He's not on tons of coke when he writes. Yeah, I got it, producer Matt. You don't have to be so. God damn it! I get it. Oh God, I'm stressed, and I was gonna say something. Oh, I remember. Since you're such a psychopath,
okay.
If the house was real and you could spend one night in it, would you?
Fuck no.
You wouldn't?
See, I am a true psychopath, like you said.
Yeah.
But I am also a very scared human. I still cannot stay in my parents' house by myself.
Yeah, I can't either.
No, absolutely not. When I was growing up, I was like the biggest fucking pussy, like growing up.
Hard P.
Hard P. Sorry. Literally that entire sentence, I was thinking, should I say it? Should I say it?
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, that pussy.
Yeah. Oh,
you
God,
can cut that out.
Damn it, Mom. I'm so sorry if my mom is home.
You can cut that out. But then all of a sudden, like, I think Scream was like the first series that I was like, I am obsessed with this.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. So then I
always loved Scream.
The Scream movies are, don't bring it up. We'll never get out of here.
God. Here
we
go.
will never get out of here.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I like choose what I'm afraid of. So like,
whoa, that is deep. Let's hear more about that.
Because like, I'm not afraid of Scream.
Oh, sure.
I'm not afraid of like Michael Myers.
Okay.
But like, if I watch a movie about like spirits, like how the show is, I'm just like, oh, fuck that. Because in my head, I'm like, that can happen. Although someone can easily dress up like Michael Myers and kill everyone, so that can happen too. But
that exact logic is why I don't really care for spirit ones.
I thought you were
like
say
supernatural.
Because I hate you. I thought that's where I was going. That exact sentence is why I hate you.
No, that is why I am more scared of like the ones where humans are killing people, because that is like what is actually scary.
I know.
But like, I mean, the spirit stuff scares me, but that stuff doesn't scare me after the fact.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in the house, I'm not scared that there's a fucking ghost in there. I'm scared that there's someone like just creeping in my closet, like under my bed, like one of those texts that's like, if you don't send this to 10 people, then I'm good. Then someone with no eyes and no mouth.
How scary were they? Those fucking chain messages. Dude, I remember being like 13. Oh, fuck, who am I kidding? I would, if I got it at this age, I'd be like, oh my God, 10 people.
I'd grandma,
I'm sorry to do this to you, but you are the 10th person I could think of, and I cannot let this girl with no eyes and mouth.
Do you know 10 people? Please tell me you know 10 people.
My grandma actually sends me chain messages all the time.
Like what? What about?
Yeah, actually. Hold on.
We're getting a live reading?
Yeah, we're going to get a live reading because for some reason, instead of like texting me, she sends them
Julie's
on
notes on
Facebook. You'll laugh because it's just me talking to myself. Okay, ready?
Oh, this is long. So
this is really long.
Here we go.
So I'm going to just like, I'm going to stop at a certain part and then like read the ending. So it says, thought of you and I do believe in karma. Hope you get something good out of it. XX.
XX, she British?
She kissed me.
2 kisses.
She kissed me goodbye in case I don't send it. This is for you. Read till the end. I sent an angel to watch over you last night.
Oh my God, I'm scared of that. That scares me. Let's just be honest. That scares me more than Hill House.
And it came back. I'm crying. It came back and asked why. And the angel said, angels don't watch over angels.
What?
20 angels are in your world. 10 are sleeping. 9 of them are playing, and 1 of them is reading this message.
Okay.
So, it goes on and on about the angel. And then it says, tomorrow will be the best day of your life. Don't break this. Send it to 14 people in 10 minutes. It's not that hard. Whoever sent this to you must care about you. Just hold your finger on it and it should say forward.
How old's your grandma?
Yeah, she's in her 80s.
In her 80s and sending... Oh, bravo. My grandma could not figure that out.
I know. Now I'm just like reading through them. One thing says this is...
That's a lot of long text. I'm witnessing from across the room just big, long text boxes.
I know. It stresses me out.
You don't answer ever. There's literally nothing on the right side. It's all left side.
Because I'm just like... Because I just think like, oh, she didn't mean that for me.
She can't possibly be calling me
when
an
I
angel.
get them moving forward. I'm just like Matt, producer Matt has them too. When I get them moving forward, I'm just gonna send them to you.
Please do. I need this kind of
But
follow-up.
no, I agree that when I used to get that shit, I would get so scared.
Oh
like
my
it would be
God.
like a girl was murdered by her father.
Like bleeding
and
eyes
she wants
and no
her
nose.
she wants her revenge on you if you don't forward to 10 people.
There was always some like really scary like thing that was like, oh, this girl used to like put her hand down under the bed and her dog used to lick her fingers like every night.
Oh, I don't like
and
where this
then
is
one
going.
day, like it ended up like she turned the light on, the dog was like in the closet and there's like a human under the bed. Like that's like the one thing I remember from childhood. That's the only thing I remember from ages 0 to 15.
That's the only thing. Nothing else. But yeah, so show was scary as shit. I was worried. Actually, I think that's the house on that thing behind the TV.
Oh, that is that 100. Oh, yep, that is Hill House.
The haunting of I can't say
Kelly
our house
Manor?
number. Yes, Kelly
Manor.
No, but actually, it's Stephanie used to see ghosts. Like Stephanie's
Yeah,
house was so Stephanie, our friend
She had
Stephanie's
so many
grandparents' house,
stories.
was built over top of a cemetery. So
It's fucked up.
I know.
It's so fucked.
And like she used to talk about how like there'd be like a painting on that. Actually, when I was watching the show, I was thinking of Stephanie because I'm like, I feel like her and her 17,000 cousins also.
7 all redheaded. Ugh.
They went
That's
through this.
good.
Like there would be like paintings on the wall, and then like
love
they would
her.
just randomly be like off. They would be like on the ground and like in another room,
Yeah,
and nobody
I didn't
touched.
like
Like
any
weird
of those stories.
shit.
I mean, like now I might like them, but back then I remember just like listening and being like,
Yeah, like stressed
fuck.
out.
Yeah, I didn't like.
And
any of
like
that.
the one time she was peeing in the middle of the night, and she said she had the door open, and she just saw this woman like across the hall, and she could like
rather
explain
die.
her so vividly. Like she was
Yeah.
like she was wearing this like old Victorian dress and like had dark hair, and I'm just like, what?
Would rather die. I'd still be sitting on
Thank
that
God you were on the
I'd be
toilet because you would have
petrified.
shit yourself.
Oh my God. Nailed it. Like that.
But I'm bummed.
But
But seriously,
we'll be here all
scary.
day.
Yeah. Actually, cancel my 12:30.
Okay, so here's my question. So here's
I just made myself sound so important. Matt, call her.
you're
people.
like, go for Julie.
Yeah.
Wait. So okay, so here's my questions for you. Did
Alright.
you like it? Like, is this something that if you threw on, you watch the first 15 minutes, you'd keep going, or do you think you'd be like,
No, I actually think that I would like. I want it. There's so much stuff that I want to know. Like I like shows like this where like sometimes with like American Horror Story, for instance, like I get super freaked out.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing that's like nothing suspenseful. Can't talk about the episode that makes me want to keep watching. Like Hotel, for example, like the first episode, the first like 5 minutes, that guy gets like raped up the ass with like a
yeah,
and like I'm just like
not good, folks.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like my asshole was throbbing for like weeks.
you're like, and that's the only suspense I was feeling
Yeah.
from that entire
But
series.
no, and like that was it. Like I was like, oh God, like this show, like I'm not interested in this. Like this is just disgusting. And then like we ended up, I told Kenny like I was actually super dramatic. I have really bad vision, and when we were watching it, I like took my contacts out so I couldn't see the TV. I was like, I'm not watching this
I'm not
season.
doing it.
Yeah, but we ended up watching it, and then like we
She
ended
was
up
so
liking it.
stubborn that she took her contacts out. She's like, Kenny, I am not watching this show. She threw her contacts on the ground. She's like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's like
That's a hard ass stance, folks.
You can't make me watch this because I can't see.
I can't motherfucking see.
Because I have really bad vision. So yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, like with that, like it was just like disgusting. And I was like
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, like I get it's supposed to be scary, but like I'm actually disturbed and like this is weird. But with this show, it's like scary as shit, but there's also so many like there's so many cliffhangers that you're like,
Yeah.
all right, wait, like I wrote down what the fuck
Right.
happened to the mom? Is she what happened to her?
So I'd say, not that it's not worth this scene. I don't think there's any throwaway scenes in this show, but Steve at this woman's house, like collecting stories, is probably my least favorite thing of the entire series. I didn't like
I was
it.
kind of pissed she didn't see her husband.
Right, and
He didn't see
it's
her
just
husband.
it's a very interesting scene. It's necessary to know like he's the one who wrote this book, but he doesn't fucking believe in any of it.
Yeah.
Like it's worth it. But me and Kevin, review Twitter.
Go ahead. Give them the handle. Give them the handle.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh,
it's
God.
like Goobrat or Rat Goobrat. Goobrat. But
they don't have a blue check mark yet. That's why you need to follow them.
He's like, we're not in it for shows that are worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Like, we want it to be good the entire series. And believe me, I've watched 8,000 shows that were worth it in the end, but when I think about the episodes during it, I'm like, okay, those were like unnecessary and whatever. I think this show has every single scene and every single episode counts for something. Even like the tiny little like I don't know if you remember it because you don't watch with closed captioning, right? So
we already went over this.
Okay.
So purposely trying to bring it up.
Yeah. Everybody watch. I'm this hashtag ad for closed captioning. So there's the scene where Luke robs the house.
Yeah.
Stevie drops whatever he's doing and he's like, "Father mucker," which is like so fucking stupid. I remember watching the first episode and being like, "What? That is so lame. Like, grow up." But then you see a flashback later in the series
coming from the girl that said pussy twice. She doesn't like that you said father mother.
Yeah, say motherfucker. What are you saying, father mucker? Yeah,
I know.
Coming from the girl who says pussy. Exactly. You see him like young Stevie with his dad, and the dad like fucks his hand up, and he's like father mucker or something like that. Like it's everything's a callback. This show is written so smart. Every single thing's a callback, or a flash forward, or a foreshadowing, whatever the fuck it is. It's so good.
Yeah. I definitely think I'm gonna finish it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep tabs.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
That means you'll text me. It's a miracle.
I haven't seen Julie in how long?
Probably like since we graduated high school.
No,
I'm just
that's
kidding.
not true.
No,
like I would say years.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Look at the chemistry we have.
I know.
It's insane. Why
we should never be apart, honestly.
Just sew my skin tears. Just absolutely sew my skin.
Do you see what I mean? She's
honestly,
it's
weird for me to not be sitting like directly next to you right now.
I need
We're
that
across
space
the couch
because of the show you picked.
True.
All right. Well, that wraps it up.
I don't want to be done.
I know, right? Never. Well, you just have to come back. Unless we get bad reviews, then you're fucked.
No bad reviews. We're doing a Hannah Montana podcast.
Because it can't be me.
I'll be back. I'll be back for the Disney themed podcast.
Kathleen, spoiler.
All right, he can cut in post.
Closed captions. Put your closed captions on, people.
We
have
Disney
secret messages.
If anyone is listening now who wants a Disney episode, I'll be back. We love Hannah Montana. Did you watch the Black Mirror episode with Miley?
Because I can't get her off.
Did you watch it?
No.
I should have picked a Black Mirror episode.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Anyway.
Is that Hannah Montana?
Well, thank you for having me.
Is that
I'm
Hannah
honored.
Montana 10 years from now?
It is.
Because she plays
don't get me
like
started. Do you watch any Black Mirror?
No.
Okay, she's not good for anything.
No. I only watch corny shows.
Let's hear a list of corny shows you watch. Hashtag add them, though.
You'll have to listen to find out.
Oh.
Subscribe. All right. Thanks, Kathleen.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.